Let me start with something uncomfortable. Most professionals don't lose their careers because they are incompetent. They lose it because of something far more subtle, something that doesn't show up on performance dashboards. Conflict of interest. And here's the dangerous part. Many people don't even realize when they are in one. It doesn't start as corruption. It doesn't start as fraud. It starts as small decisions, favors, shortcuts, bias. And before you know it, your credibility is gone. In this video, I'll show you what conflict of interest really means, the hidden ways it shows up at work, and how to protect your career before it's too late. Because in leadership, your biggest asset is not performance. It is trust. Here's a mindset shift I need you to embrace. Conflict of interest is not a senior leader problem. It is a professional problem. If you recommend a vendor, influence a hiring decision, approve expenses, set targets, interpret performance, you are already in positions where conflict of interest can happen. From entry level to executive, the only difference is the scale of impact. And the higher you rise, the more invisible and dangerous it becomes. Let's simplify it. A conflict of interest happens when your personal interest has the potential to influence your professional judgment. Not necessarily that you did something wrong, but that your decision cannot be trusted to be objective. That's the key word, objectivity. Even the appearance of bias is enough to damage credibility. Because in business, perception is reality. Here's where most people get it wrong. They think conflict of interest is about corruption. It's not. It's about compromised judgment. You can be a high performer, a trusted employee, even well-intentioned, and still be in a conflict of interest. Because the danger is not what you did. It's what your position allows you to influence. And once people start questioning your neutrality, your leadership credibility begins to decline. Let's make this real. Conflict of interest doesn't always look obvious. Sometimes it looks like hiring a friend without declaring the relationship, favoring a supplier you have personal ties with, overlooking a mistake because it benefits your team, approving overtime because it helps your metrics look good, ignoring safety just to hit targets. And here's the truth. Most of these don't feel wrong in the moment. They feel convenient. Let me share a real scenario from my experience as an HR business partner. There was a situation where a team member adjusted machine parameters to increase production output. On the surface, it looked like initiative. Targets were being met. Performance looked impressive. But here's what was hidden. Those adjustments bypassed critical safety standards. Why? Because there was pressure to deliver results, and a belief that, as long as we meet targets, it's acceptable. Now here's where conflict of interest comes in. The individual's personal interest in performance recognition conflicted with the organization's interest in safety and compliance. Eventually, during an audit, this was discovered, and the outcome was severe: disciplinary action and dismissal. Key insight. Let me make this very clear. This was not just a safety issue. It was a conflict of interest issue, choosing personal success over organizational integrity. And this is where many professionals get trapped, when performance becomes more important than principles. Let me tell you why this is dangerous. You can recover from poor performance. You can learn new skills. But once trust is broken, recovery is extremely difficult. Because leaders don't just ask, can this person deliver results? They ask, can I trust this person with responsibility? And conflict of interest destroys that trust quietly. Here's a deeper insight most people miss. Conflict of interest is not just a personal failure. It is often a system failure. When organizations reward results without asking how, ignore governance, don't create accountability structures, they unintentionally create environments where conflict thrives. This is why I always say, what gets measured drives behavior. If you only measure results, people will sacrifice integrity to achieve them. So how do you protect yourself? 3 powerful rules. 1. Declare early. If there's any potential conflict, say it. Transparency protects you. 2. Separate yourself from decisions. If you're too close to the situation, step back. 3. Ask the audit question. If this decision is reviewed tomorrow, will I be comfortable defending it? If the answer is no, that's your signal. As you grow in your career, you move from managing tasks to managing trust, and trust requires objectivity, fairness, consistency. This is what separates professionals from leaders, because leadership is not just about results. It's about how results are achieved. Let me give you a simple system you can use daily. Before any key decision, ask, am I personally benefiting from this? Will this disadvantage others unfairly? Would I be comfortable if this is made public? If any answer feels uncomfortable, pause. Because conflict of interest doesn't destroy careers instantly. It builds over time. Let me leave you with this. Your career will not be defined only by your achievements. It will be defined by your decisions, especially the ones no one sees. Because true leadership is not tested when people are watching. It is tested when you have the opportunity to compromise, and you choose not to. If you found this valuable, subscribe for more insights on leadership, productivity, and career success. Because leadership is not just about achieving results. It's about how you achieve them. Remember, effectiveness isn't about doing more. It's about doing what matters. Apply these and watch your life transform. See you in the next video. Monday Thompson is a strategic productivity systems specialist with almost 2 decades of real-world experience helping individuals and organizations move from intention to execution. Here, you'll learn how to build habits, systems, and routines that compound over time the same principles used to drive sustainable performance in high-impact environments. If you're serious about growth, consistency, and long-term success, you're in the right place. Subscribe, comment, like, and share for more. The ones who think they are crazy enough to change the world are the ones who do.